Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm out in the woods and I'm going to be trying a new stove that I just picked up from Firebox. So this is the Firebox XL Gen 2, and if you haven't seen these yet, they're pretty neat. It's basically a mini barbecue grill or fireplace or chimney or whatever you want to call it. It's pretty unique, and I've used lots of folding stoves while camping and hiking. I've used Vargo and Emberlit and of course the Element stove, which is featured on a lot of my videos from the past. So this year I wanted to try something new. I want to try something a little bit bigger because a lot of those stoves I just mentioned are very small, and they're difficult to really pack with a lot of wood, and they take a lot of fidgeting around with. And the videos that I've been watching on this Firebox, I've been monitoring YouTube and a lot of channels and pages and stuff, trying to get some information on this stove, and everything I've seen has been really positive. So I want to try it myself and see what I thought of it. Right out of the box, this thing is super heavy duty. It's stainless steel. It is considerably heavier than all the other stoves that I just mentioned, but I think where it makes up for being so heavy is that its size, and this thing is very generous in how much wood you can put inside this thing. And there's also a lot of features and additions that you can add to this stove to make it more than just a folding stove. So stick around, we're going to get into it, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to use my Firebox. Alright, so the first thing you notice on the stove is when you unfold it, it's all one piece. There are no parts and pieces to assemble, and that's what I really like about this thing, because it's not a 3D puzzle or a piece of origami you got to figure out in the woods, and especially when a stove's all sooty and dirty and you've used it a few times, then it's just a pain in the butt to try to take that thing apart, put it back together, get pieces to fit. Even with my Element titanium wood stove, there was a separate bottom piece like this that became warped because it was separate. It wasn't really it's something I had to pressure fit with the rest of the stove. So I'm hoping, because of the durability of this stainless steel, and then also that everything is hinged, that there'll be less warpage of the actual material. And it really shouldn't be with stainless, but it's really cool when this thing opens up, folds completely flat, hinge it open, and then the bottom snaps into place right there. Now when you look at this thing, it's not a perfect square, so do not be alarmed. It is not bent. It is not a fluke. This thing is designed that way purposefully, so it actually folds up into a nice, neat package. So pop that down there. And you've got a couple feed ports. You got a feed port here on the side, on this side. All these different holes that you see are, designed to hold the supports, so you can lower your supports, but also this creates the drafting and feeding of the fire. So there's definitely enough windscreen around it, but there's also enough holes to allow air and circulation to feed your fire. That's really important, because sometimes these stoves just don't have enough holes on them, and it's just difficult to keep them going. And then you also need an adequate amount of protection from wind, because if it's a really windy day, you can actually have trouble keeping your fire going as well. So it seems like they've really thought through all these configurations and the different holes that they've placed. So everything I've seen so far, it's been very favorable. So what I'm doing is I'm just packing this thing down with this deadfall maple that I found, and I've sawed it down into some manageable pieces, probably 5 or 6 inches long, maybe a little bit longer on some of them. And then I'm taking all the dry twigs and breaking them up. I'm going to shove that in the middle. So that's where I'm going to start the fire at. And I've seen this done from some other folks. This seems to be the preferred method with these Firebox stoves to get them started, is to put all the wood in standing up, almost like a Swedish fire log or a fire stove. Have you ever seen those, where they take the log and you split it down, and then you shove all the material in between the crevice of the log and light it, and it burns outward and up. And this is kind of what this is going to accomplish. So I got this nice piece of fat wood. I'm going to do some shavings of fat wood and put that down inside the stove, and that's what's going to be my main ignition. Ooh, I can smell that fat wood over here. It's potent. It's going pretty good now. And shave off some more fat wood to get into the fire, and that helped a lot. You can tell this wood is slightly damp. It's starting to bubble at the top. See, there's the feed port on that side, and there's another one over here. Alright, so another item, of course, with me today is the Lagom Bush Knife. I still really haven't had a huge amount of time to spend with it, so I thought while my fire's going, instead of just watching it burn, being impatient, I'll just mess with this knife a little bit. Do a little whittling. You know, one thing I mentioned in the unboxing video, this thing is crazy sharp. The grind on it is really insane. It's a Scandi grind. If you don't remember or know, it's produced by LT Wright Knives here in Ohio, which I think is awesome. There's a lot of knife makers in Ohio. I was thinking about it the other night, and there's just a bunch, more than I thought. So there's, let's see, Hinderer, LT Wright, Battle Horse, Double A. I think Daryl Ralph is from Ohio. Who else? I know I'm missing somebody. But it's nice that there's so many great knife makers from this state. I really dig that. Make a little notch with the knife. Does a really nice job. It's very comfortable. I really like this oval shape to the handle. It fits my palm pretty well. Alright, I gotta start my coffee. I'm going to be out here all day long. I think this thing's kicked down enough finally. Stick a pot support there. One there. I don't want to stick it up still. Yeah, get down there. All right, there we go. Perfect. Perfect. All right, let's get some coffee going. I think one of my viewers was asking about coffees that I use when I'm out in the woods, and you know, there's really nothing special to it. I just go to the grocery store, the coffee aisle, and there's all kinds of instant coffees on the market now. It's awesome. There's just tons of stuff to pick from. So one that I like a lot is the Starbucks Vias. This is Colombian coffee. This is just a fine powder you pour into the hot water and mix it up, and you got coffee. If you're into flavored coffees, it's always nice to have some Folgers Cappuccino French Vanilla. It's a good one. This is Cafe Bustelo. This is a decaffeinated coffee. I don't know why I have decaffeinated. I think I probably picked up the wrong pack, but it's good to have just in case someone might like that. Let's see what else do I have in here. Here is a Nescafe Taster's Choice. Not my favorite, but they work in a pinch. So today I'm just going to go with Starbucks Via. That's the extent of my barista experience right there. You've seen it all. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in again, watching the video. Like I said, I'm going to be doing more reviews on this stove throughout the year, different conditions, different types of burning materials inside of it. I'm going to test it out with the Trangia, test it out with S-Bit, and just see, you know, all the different capabilities of this thing. This is going to be the stove for the year. So thanks for watching, thanks for tuning in, and please like, subscribe, and share, and make sure you check out prepared-wanderer.com. That's the new blog site on WordPress that I've started, and there's always accompanying articles for each video, plus extra material that I don't put on video, so a lot of different things. If you want to pick up a Prepared Wanderer sticker, they're for sale on there as well. We'll see you next time on the Prepared Wanderer.